Hello and welcome to FatbossTV. Today we're going to share with you exactly how to do the Saw Solis achievement in Skyreach on Heroic.
And to start off, this achievement is incredibly bugged, so if you've come across this video because you've been struggling, don't feel bad.
Yeah, it's because the tooltip is either incorrect or like it's just a bit weird.
It just doesn't seem to be working as intended. So, but what you need to do for this achievement is that you need to cause 3 of the ash poles on the ground to form solar flares all at the exact same time, and then kill the boss, and you don't get the achievement until you've killed the boss.
Yeah.
So in order for you to do that, you need to make sure that you have 3 birds active, because when they die, they turn into ash piles. You want them all to turn into ash piles at the exact same time, and then wait until the boss targets one of those ash piles to form a bird, which would then proc all 3 of them to spawn a bird. That's how it sounds.
Yeah,
and if you've been doing that, you've been doing it right. Good job. However, it doesn't work like that, and you won't get the achievement for doing that.
Yeah, it seems that at the moment it's 5, maybe, that you have to proc at the same time, and like there is a way of making it, because you know, of course, if you kill a solar flare bird on top of an ash pile, it then of course forms a solar flare, another solar flare bird. That's like the idea, try not to kill the birds near the ash piles. However, it doesn't seem that the achievement will proc if you do it in that method. The boss has to res them, not the birds. That's how it seems at the moment.
Which is very, very RNG, because there's ash piles all over the room, and the boss could potentially choose any ash pile, and you want him to choose the ash piles that are clumped up, so it procs all of them at the same time. So the steps in order that you need to take to actually get this achievement, and using the method we're using now, you can pretty much do this at any point in the expansion, even if they do actually fix this achievement or fix the tooltip or whatever. But what you want to do is that you want your tank to tank the boss. You want your DPS to do absolutely no damage to the boss at all, because the boss at certain health intervals will do quills. He'll do it at 60% and 20%. And that just forces all of your players to hide behind the pillar, and it just makes the achievement more difficult. You don't need to do all those mechanics to do the achievement. So you guys just need AFK and just wait for birds to spawn.
Because the whole idea of this method is to get as many birds as possible. So when your first bird spawns, like a little method that you can do is kill it in between 2 ash piles. And of course, if you do it just right, the bird will explode and spawn 2 other birds. You can kind of duplicate your birds just to make it go a little bit faster. But right now, all you need to do is wait for birds to spawn. You want to get a shit ton of them, and you just kite them. You go round as a 4-man team. It can't go on your tank. Your tank cannot be fixated by the birds. So all 4 players, even if you're a melee DPS, just stand on top of each other and kite these birds around. Loads of CC works, like you can AoE slow them, you can stun them, however you can't knock them back, so you can't knock back the birds, so you've got to be very careful with that, but you just want to be putting as many slows down. To be honest, you don't even need slows, it just helps them clump up a little bit more and everything like that. If you have absolutely no CC, that kind of sucks, but you can just like run around like headless chickens, and that should be absolutely fine as well.
Now, once you have, say, 7 birds, you could go for more if you really, really wanted to. You could go with 5, which seems to be the minimum, but we don't really recommend that. It's probably safer to go for around 7. You want 1 DPS to lower them to around 5 or 10%. You don't want everyone to do it, because obviously if one dies by accident, that can completely screw over the achievement. And once they are all around that 5 to 10% mark, you want 1 person to stun them, and then everyone to burst them down, because the ads won't actually die within inside that stun.
Exactly, because if one ad dies like prematurely and then another ad dies at the same time, all it's going to happen is the loads of birds are just going to explode and then unexplode, then explode, then unexplode. As you can see on the screen, we kind of fucked it up. So that's exactly what you want to do. Stun them all, because they're all really low health. Quickly just throw a bunch of burst AoE on them, and then you'll just have a ton of ash piles on the floor. And now it's the waiting game, because at the moment you need the boss to RNG spawn an ad in that set of ash piles, because as soon as he does that, all of those ash piles will proc at the exact same time, and voila, you've done the achievement. Now you just need to kill the boss.
Yeah, and at this point, of course, you're going to have loads of birds up. You don't really need to kill them. You could just keep kiting them and killing the boss if you really wanted to. However, the quills does come in and all those ads are up.
It's a little bit scary.
And it's a little bit scary when you can only go behind that pillar. But I mean, you can just kill those ads off if you really, really want to. It's not too difficult. But that's all you need to do for the achievement.
Yeah, hopefully either the tooltip gets fixed, or they've just made it so you can do it with a bird. If you did it with a bird, then all it would be is just that you would just do the exact same thing, stun all the ads on top of each other, make a bunch of ash piles, and then kill a bird on top of it instead of waiting for the boss. It's pretty much the exact same method. So that's how you do it. A very bugged achievement at the moment. Hopefully it'll be fixed, and then, yeah, it's a very good one, if you ask me. Quite an interesting one.
So thanks very much for watching, guys. If this video helped, drop us a like, helps a lot, and subscribe for more guides. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.